think you're talking now.
I don't know if anyone can hear me. Can anyone hear me? It might not be on yet. If you guys can hear me and see me.
Yep.
Okay, cool. How do I get rid of this?
I think you have to leave it
there. All right, cool. I'm going to wait a little bit to get let some more people join. But sweet. This looks like it's working. Yeah, just wait a minute or two. We got a lot to talk about.
I didn't read it yet.
Yeah, we got 7 people on. Give it another minute or so. I'll turn that off.
Why are there 3 best and worst videos?
Well, because one kind of doesn't count. Yeah. For those of you just coming on, we're just going to wait a minute or two just to let some other people join. So be starting here in a minute. And there's a back. Don't let them see it.
I haven't seen this yet.
Favorite channel. That is freaking awesome. Thank you.
I don't even know where you're going on some of these.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, we'll give it just another minute. I keep saying that.
You've said
it's only
1 minute.
It's only 12:01. For those of you coming on, we're going to be starting here in just a minute. I noticed there's a few more people coming on. Okay. That's why I'm saying it again. Pretty cool. This is our first live.
It's weird. It feels weird.
I like editing stuff.
Yeah. I don't know how to behave myself live.
No.
There's no editing.
You want to say any of these?
No.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you have an idea of what you want.
Yeah, maybe.
To go through. So.
All right. Well, let's see. So today I got a bunch of stuff here that we just wanted to touch. Last year, around this time, we did a video. It was called Our Year 2023. It was kind of just going over all the videos we did and our YouTube, what we did on YouTube in the year 2023. Instead of doing that and spending time editing a video like that this year, I'd rather be using all my time to go towards the Jeep. So today, we're just going to do a live instead. We're going to hit a few things, answer people's questions if y'all have questions for us. And I think it should be a pretty cool time. Also, I should say we've got, if my camera cuts out, let me know because we're using my nice camera for this to stream it and it might cut out, but we'll get it figured out if that does. So yeah, we can talk about anything we want. So if you guys got any questions along the way, let us know. I guess you want to talk about statistics first? That'd be cool.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about statistics. This is more so, I mean, maybe some of y'all are interested in it, but this is more for next year. I can look back on it and stuff like that. But, so yeah, in our first statistics, our subscriber count at the beginning of the year was 2,248 subscribers, which was pretty amazing. And at the end of this 2024, we hit 5,248 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing.
That's exactly 3,000.
I know.
Wow.
Well, yeah, but see, you lose some. So in 2024, according to YouTube, we gained 3,099 subs.
Oh, okay. So
because you lose some and then you gain more. So I think it counts all of those. And just to put that into perspective, in 2023, we gained 1,674 subs. So
essentially doubling.
Yeah, quite a jump. So it's pretty cool. Oh, thank you. So yeah, that's subscribers. And our goal for subscribers in 2024 was to double that 2248 number, which
Yeah.
would have brought us to around 4,500 subscribers. And we totally went beyond that, which absolutely amazing. Really happy about that. So, and then moving on into views for 2023, we hit 235,000 views in 2023. So in 2024, I wanted to double that basically and get actually I did want to double that. I wanted to get like 400 something thousand views. That did not happen. We only got 219,920 views, which is less than the previous year, but in a sense it's better because throughout this whole year we had returning viewers and we just had consistent viewership.
Yeah. Our content was also or I should say your content now is much different than it was last year.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think the consistent viewership is way better than any viewer number, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really cool. Watch time, I don't really care to go over that, I guess. And then videos. We had 28 videos come out this year. Depending on how you look at it, I had a weird video, so 27 maybe. I had like a short trailer video.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It depends if you count that or not. So 28 videos. The previous year we had 24, and my goal for 2024 was to do 24 videos, and we passed that. So that's pretty cool as well. So yeah. So I think now what's this? I wrote this down. So weird. So my goals going into 2025, I don't think I have a subscriber goal to actually hit in 2025. I think my next goal in general is just to hit 10,000 subs.
You'll get that in 2025.
That would be really cool, but I mean,
you've doubled it so far.
It would be really freaking awesome, but yeah, we'll see. So my next goal is 10,000 subs. Whether that happens in 2025 or not, we'll see. Views. I mean, as long as we do as good as last year, I guess I'd be happy. 219,000.
Yeah, definitely.
And then watch time, I'm not really concerned about that. And then same thing with the videos. I mean, I'm not concerned about putting out a certain amount of videos. I just want to do what I can, not stress out about it, and just make like really, really good content for everyone to watch and enjoy. But yeah. Oh, so yeah, you want to talk about the best and worst videos?
Yeah.
We did this last year too.
So best video of this year was at 28,000 views roughly is the Printy Parts video, which obviously we collaborated with Printy Parts, which is a small company who does 3D printed parts.
Yeah.
They sent us some stuff that we just installed into the Jeep, and it
did
really well.
That video did really well. Yeah.
Worst video, I guess there's kind of two, considering the content that they were about. One of them was our year of 2023, which did poorly, which is why we decided to do
a live
instead, rather than have Ron spend a bunch of time editing a video.
Those videos are more for us.
Yeah, like, to look back on, comparable. And if you're thinking about the actual content that we usually put out, the worst video would be at 1,600 views roughly. I should have bought chromollies.
Yeah, it's the one about the axle shafts. Everyone came at me for saying greasable U-joints are better than non-greasable. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure I wouldn't have a problem with either of them. But yeah, it's kind of funny. So the videos that you think will do the best usually don't do that. I mean, in some cases, they don't do that great. And then the ones that you think are going to do really good, don't do all that great. I don't know. It's weird. I just noticed that this year.
Yeah.
Like that our best video this year. I mean, I didn't think it would.
No.
There's no way I thought that was going to be the best video.
But I'm thrilled it did, because I'm hoping that Printy Parts got, some.
Yeah. Some business.
Yeah, some business.
Yeah, that would be really cool. So yeah, that's basically the statistics part that we wanted to talk about. Let's move on to something else. So the Jeep. Let's talk about the Resurrection Cherokee, because that's probably why a lot of our viewers watch this channel.
Most, I would say.
Well, yeah. Let them see that, because they haven't
I'll just
seen
get
it
out
yet.
of the view. Don't mind me. I'm not important.
No.
The Jeep's more important.
No. So no, come back over.
Okay.
Just so right there, so they can see that. So yeah, I put this in all this week. Coilovers, we got our bump stops. I got to work on the track bar here. Everything is painted. The engine bay is painted. And last night I was up till
1
a.m.
Ron came into the bedroom at 1 a.m. and I was in a daze of like, what time is it? Where am I? What's going on?
So I got that engine in. It was 1 a.m. I'm in the middle of making a video for this. So that should be, I mean, I don't know. I'm going to get this thing running hopefully by the end of the weekend, and then I can start editing that video. Should be pretty exciting. I'm pretty excited about this one. But this thing looks so good. We got the axle painted. Got our limit straps in. Hopefully, I'm going to put that transmission in today and measure in order for drive lines. And then we can work on the rear. Got a few things I want to do to the rear just before we paint it. And then we'll do freaking body work and, I don't know, bring it to a body shop to have them paint it because I don't really want to do any more painting.
Somebody's got a question.
What was your favorite video of all time to film?
Not just this year.
All time? Probably Rubicon. Yeah.
Okay.
I think because I thought about that video for like every day for months and months leading up to it. And I think it was just cool the way we did it with the
yeah, the style that you went for was really cool.
I think it's cool the way we did it with
First,
like we were in front of the camera in interviews kind of throughout the video. Kind of broke it up nicely. So
yeah.
Definitely, I don't think that's my best video, but it was probably my favorite to film. Yeah, so it's Cherokee. Do you want to go over a little history on the Jeep? I think people would like that because I don't think
there is a pretty long history with not even this Jeep, but how we even got this Jeep. So yeah go ahead.
Well, yeah, you start on it.
Well, first of all, this isn't even Ron's Jeep.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that. So technically, on paper, this. If you watch the channel, you know I got my red Cherokee outside. That's my daily driver, and this Jeep is Ashley's Jeep.
Technically, I don't consider it my Jeep anymore. It is 100% Ron's.
On paper, I mean, it literally is yours.
I pay for the insurance. I pay for registration. But you pay, I don't even know how much to put all this work into it. Yeah. So, you know what? You can have it.
Yeah.
But this wasn't even my first green Cherokee. I had one back in, I think I bought it in 2017. It was probably around 2017, a 2000 Jeep Cherokee, which ended up wrapped around a telephone pole during a blizzard. That wasn't a whole lot of fun. So then about 2 weeks later, went out and bought a 2001 Jeep Cherokee, which is this one.
Yeah, very quickly. Same exact thing, same color.
When Ron bought his red Cherokee, which was a few months before I had even bought one, I tried to convince him to sell it to me. That's how I got into Cherokees anyway.
Yeah. My Jeep was rough at that point.
And
I mean, they were both New England Jeeps, so they're both kind of rough.
Yeah, we replaced floor pans in both of those Jeeps. This one had replaced floor pans and pieces of the unibody and everything repaired.
Yeah.
And then we just did small things, like we put the bumper on it. We did a tiny lift, and then it just started getting bigger and bigger. Once we knew we were going to be moving to Colorado, that's when you did the first big overhaul. I think.
So this thing this isn't the first time this thing has been sitting on jack stands without axles and without a drivetrain. We went through this thing and we built it. We threw it on 35s. We did lockers, upgraded steering, the long arm kit. That's when we rebuilt the engine because we actually blew up the engine too.
I remember that.
Well, that's the one that's sitting on the ground.
Yep.
Actually, no, it's not that one.
What, when it started getting knocked?
Yeah, it started knocking. But yeah, so we went through that thing, made it. I mean, this thing was min afterwards, and we drove this Jeep. We've taken this Jeep to like 35 or 40 states all across the country.
Yeah, our honeymoon was a trip across the country for 5 weeks. And we had Bella and Natalie with us. We didn't have any other dogs at the time. And we just drove this everywhere. And
yeah, we went all the way.
It did everything pretty well.
Yeah. We went all the way up and down the East Coast. We went all the way down to the Texas coast, all the way up the West Coast, a few interior states. Still going to hit a lot of interior states, though.
Yeah.
In this, at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be really fun.
But this thing has brought us a lot of places. So.
And we definitely had problems on we don't have to get into it, but we had problems with the Jeep on.
Just once.
And the one in Florida, too.
Yeah, but it was just one problem. For 5 weeks, one problem is pretty good.
Yeah.
especially with the Cherokee. But
I know.
Our first trip, when he actually got this thing up and running for the first time after the first overhaul, we drove down to Key West from Massachusetts to Key West. And it was about a week later after the engine got put in that we just got in it and drove.
Oh, yeah. It was about
it had like maybe a 50-mile test drive, and then we decided to drive it 1,300 miles.
I remember saying because we had re-geared the axles right before that trip as well. We did 48s, and I wanted to break in the axles, do like 3,000 miles, maybe 1,000 and 3,000 miles, and then change the fluids, and then we can go on our trip. And we didn't even hit 100 miles. I changed the fluid, and we went down to Key West. It was crazy.
Yeah, only one minor problem.
Yeah, our drain plug for the transfer case fell out on that trip, and we lost all our fluid. The Jeep still drove. We were able to get a new drain plug, filled up the fluid, and it drove home just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Once we got home, we realized the four-wheel drive did not work whatsoever, so we had to get a new transfer case.
We didn't need it during that trip.
No, we didn't need it for that trip, really. It was more of a road trip.
Yeah.
Vacation.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And now I imagine after you finish it for this time, about 5 years from now, you'll do it again.
I hope not. I kind of want to build something else other than Cherokees. I've technically built 3 now because I built this one twice.
I don't know. Every day Ryan comes to me with some crazy new expensive idea. So.
Yeah. I'm hoping we don't have any major issues with this.
You better knock on wood.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna stop talking about that. Should we get into why we one-ton swapping it?
Somebody wants you to build an MJ.
Yeah. Oh man. Let's go. Let's talk about that. Let's talk.
Project XJ wants you to build an MJ.
That's weird. Yeah, because one of my bullet points right here is what I wanted to ask the audience what you guys want to see me build next, because once this is done, I mean, there's going to be a time period where I'm just going to be camping and still building this a little bit, but driving it. What kind of project would y'all want to see me build next? And I do like the MJ idea. Huh? It's a Comanche.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
I do like that. I probably would see myself building roll cage. Yeah, we'll be getting a roll cage in this. Hopefully before Rubicon, but we'll see.
Yes, you should. I mean, we didn't go with one last time. That's true. Yeah. I'm relying on. I don't know if anybody that's going on the Rubicon trip with you is in the live, but please take care of him. I will not be there. Thanks. That's all.
An extra MJ? Is that what you mean?
Oh gosh.
There's a lot of good ones. There, Marketplace is doing pretty nice right now. There's a lot of Comanches. Yeah, you'll have to send me pictures of that. But yeah, I think a Comanche would be super cool.
But it's the same thing.
Nah, I mean it is, but it isn't.
It is, right?
It'd be cool to.
It's the same suspension.
I mean, it depends on how we built it and what we built it for at that point.
Built it for.
Oh, you build it for crawling or going fast in the desert?
You should do that because you haven't done that yet.
Yeah, that would be.
Because this was supposed to be an overlander.
Yeah.
What? 40s don't go on overlanders.
Still an overlander. Dirt bike hauler? Yeah, that would be really sick, actually.
We don't own dirt bikes.
We could get some. Yeah, Comanche, 40s, 05 plus 60, 14 bolt in the rear. Maybe get a junkyard LS for it. That'd be sick. That'd be really cool. MJ with trailing arms. Yeah, honestly, I was just thinking about that last night. I saw that Iron Man posted something about a Comanche on trailing arms, so that would be sick. Then I need to get coilovers.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, only the front, but every Jeep is the same. Yeah, literally. Oh, I have thought about Land Cruisers. I mean, I'm open for any ideas really, but I don't know. We'll see when the time comes, because obviously we're not quite there yet.
Yeah. Now that I have a daily driver, I don't care as much.
My Jeep needs a rest, so this thing needs to get done.
Yeah. You could build your truck.
I don't think we need to build it. I'd like to just fix it.
Resurrection Silverado?
No, I'm all set. I just want to drive that thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like those ideas though. Thank you guys. So I should say, I should have mentioned this earlier. Next video, hopefully within a week and a half, it will come out. We have a super, actually, probably won't come out by then. It depends. Sometime this month, a video will come out. And when that video comes out, we will have a very, very limited merch run. So when that video goes live on the website, we will have a super limited merch run. So I'm not going to
just one item.
Just one. Well, there's going to be multiples of that one item.
Yeah.
But once they're gone, they're gone. I think they are super sweet. I'm not going to say what they are.
How many are there?
I'm not going to say how many.
Okay.
But yeah, so if that's something you're interested, just keep an eye out for that. I'll let y'all know when that video is dropping before it drops. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk about. Why we one-ton swapped it. I want to hear it from you, what you think. See if you get
because
different ideas.
Because you got a wild idea in your head and just went with it, and you had them just laying around.
I did just have them laying around.
That's pretty much the reason why I think you did it, is because you had them laying around and needed something to do.
Yeah, I did need something to do. Do the orders? Nah, I'm going to keep all my pups. No orders come with pups.
No. No. You can come visit them anytime.
Yeah. So we went a while ago, like 3 years ago, I think now. We went up to Washington in this Jeep the winter, and we drove up there. I think it took us like 20 hours because it was in January. We drove through a snowstorm the entire time.
It was horrible.
We had I thought it was great. But we went up there to do some wheeling. We actually went wheeling with group of people, including Dirt Lifestyle, who has a YouTube channel as well. Some of y'all probably know. And we were probably one of the smallest rigs there on 35s at the time.
It did really well though. It kept up.
It did well, but seeing those guys, those other rigs on 38s, 39s, and 40s, like plow through 2-3 feet of snow. I mean, this thing was never going to do that on 35s. I thought that was the coolest thing. And I one-ton swapping something had always been in my head at that point. And I think then at that point, I wanted to figure out how to make it possible. And then it was still a year after that we didn't start this thing until then, right? Or 2 years?
Kept going back and forth. You kept saying, oh, I'll one-ton swap it when this. I'll one-ton swap it when that. When I have time, whenever, whatever. And then you just started doing it and you haven't stopped.
The thing that sucks about it is, like, obviously I didn't want this thing down for as long as it has been down, because this thing's been down for like 14 months now, right?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Like I remember back in 2023, I went camping every single weekend. And 2024, I can count how many times I went camping on one hand, or just wheeling in general. So, I mean, I guess I could have planned it out better and had the axles built, but I don't know. It's just not how it works, I guess.
It's expensive, and it takes a lot of time.
That's another thing.
And a lot of knowledge, but you have, obviously.
Yeah.
But
I think that's another thing is thinking about, I had these axles laying around for years before I touched them, and I didn't know what I wanted to put them into. But I also thought, how am I going to pay for this? This is going to be, I tried to think of it, and it's going to be so expensive. And it came to a point where I was just, that one night for the first video, I was like, the Jeep was in the garage. I said, I'm just going to one-ton swap it. And I mean, hopefully it will work out. And it has it has up until now, and not up until now, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. We both, yeah.
I think it works out. So let's see. EJS. So yeah.
I think you have that on your. Talk about past and present plans, future plans.
We can go back to that. Okay. Since he asked. So what are my plans for EJS? I plan to be there probably. I mean, because it goes over 2 weekends. It's for like a week and a half, but it's during 2 weekends in April. It's April 12th to April 20th. So I think I'll probably be there that Saturday, Sunday, maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday, both those weekends. But I mean, obviously I'll plan it out a little better once this is done, but I do plan on being there with the Resurrection Cherokee. So if anyone wants to come down and see the Jeep, do a trail or something, I mean, that'd be really, really cool. I don't think we'll be doing trails with the actual Easter Jeep Safari, like trail rides.
Yeah.
I think my brother and I will probably be doing our own thing, but I mean, we'll be downtown and stuff. So if you want to see the Resurrection Cherokee, come down to Easter Jeep Safari. So I had this other section for trips for 2025. So that was actually the first one. And then the next big one, Rubicon.
I'm not going.
Yeah, no, you're not going.
I am busy that week, whatever week that is.
So actually, we should talk about that too. Rubicon van build videos.
Well,
the van is no more.
We don't own a van anymore.
Talk about it for a second. I'll be right back.
So we kind of sat down and thought about the practicality of keeping the van, and although it's extremely convenient to have traveling cross country and traveling places with the dogs, it came down to that Ron wanted a vehicle, and I also wanted a vehicle. I wanted a vehicle that was more comfortable to drive on a daily basis because I was driving the van every single day, everywhere I went, and driving a 20-foot van was just a little bit unpractical. We were building it really, really slow. We didn't really have, at least I didn't have the skills or the want to figure out how to make every single piece work. And then we thought, well, we're building this giant rig, the Resurrection Cherokee. Ron's got the red Jeep, and we want to travel more farther places to get to trails that are farther. So we ended up trading the van for a Ford F-350. And it's so much more comfortable to drive.
Yeah,
I mean, it's probably just as long as the van, but heated seats.
Yeah, it's a nice truck. We're very happy with it. I have to drive by the van almost every day now. I saw it yesterday because it's at a dealership we traded it into, and it makes me so sad because we did put a lot of time into it, and I did like the van. I really liked building it, but I think we just want to do different things right now. So
yeah.
Any interest in the Matt's Off-Road games? I would like to do that. When is that? Do you know when that is? Yeah, great trade. It is.
I think there's another question too up there. Don't miss
yeah,
it.
yeah. So unfortunately, no more van builds.
Yeah.
I don't know when the off-road games are. I think they're earlier than April, so I probably won't be there.
Yeah.
What coilover size can I use for a 30-inch tire?
33.
33-inch tire on a XJ. I mean, it just depends. I mean, so these are 14s in here, March 20th. Yeah, that'll be cutting it close to me, so I probably won't be there.
Is that at San Hollow?
Yeah. To the 22nd. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I wish I could go to that, but yeah, that's next year definitely. So back to the coilover question. I'd say you could probably definitely run at least a 12-inch coilover. These are 14s. They are extremely tall. They don't go through the hood. This thing is kind of tall though, but a 12-inch for sure you can get that to work, I'd say. These are Fox 2.0s. I got them built from AccuTune, so I definitely recommend AccuTune. Hey, where were we?
Talking about trips.
Oh, so Rubicon. Our Rubicon trip is planned for, we're going to be on the actual trail, on the Rubicon Trail, Friday, June 20th through Sunday, June 23rd. Wow, we got a lot of people here. That's really awesome. Thank you guys for being here. That's so awesome. Makes me really happy. If you want to come on that trip, anyone is invited as long as you got like a capable enough rig, I'd say. If you want to go on that trip, just message me on Instagram. We have a group chat going with everyone everyone that wants to go. It's going to be an amazing time. So let me know. And then we'll probably be before the actual trail days and after the actual trail days, we'll probably be spending a couple days in Lake Tahoe. You're not going, unfortunately, but like my personal group from Colorado and stuff, we'll be spending a couple days there. So, I mean, definitely feel free to come and hang out. I think it'd be really cool. That'll be a really cool trip.
I'm excited for you guys.
Yeah.
I think going, it's not just you and Jake. It's going to be, meeting new people and hanging out with viewers and people that are like-minded. So I think that'll be really fun. And I don't have to be there. I just don't like the Rubicon. I know it's going to upset a lot of people, but.
Well, it comes down to, I think someone has to watch the dogs.
There's 4 dogs is.
I'm not going to bring 4 dogs on a trip with a bunch of people. That is a lot.
Yeah.
Running cost stats. what are the running cost stats on the Resurrection?
Oh God,
Jeep
don't
build?
ask that question.
That is something I put out a video
That was months ago.
At the beginning of 2024 on exactly how much I had into the build at that point. Up until that point, this was literally like March or April, I'd say. It was like $8,000 at that point, $8,000. Now we're talking almost a year later. It's definitely,
I'd say doubled.
Definitely more than doubled, I'd say. But I will be I keep track of everything, even down to the zip ties and the brake clean I buy, and including all the parts. So I will be making another video, probably once the Jeep is actually done, going over the entire cost and what it cost me to one-ton swap a Jeep. Any East Coast wheel?
Read it out loud.
Any East Coast wheeling like Michigan area, y'all would love Drummond Island. Oh,
Is that the one that we were looking at?
I think I was looking at Drummond Island. That sounds super familiar. I think, don't you ferry the Jeeps over there or something?
I know we were looking at that when we were.
Yeah, we were thinking about.
We were going to take the van actually over there when we were thinking about it.
Yeah, we were thinking about going up through Michigan when we were headed to the East Coast last year. It didn't happen, but I think that was one of the places I was looking at that we wanted to go to. One day we'll end up getting there. Yeah, that is so cool. I'll definitely put that on the list. I don't have a pencil, but I'm gonna keep that in mind. So, what is your opinion on the minimum requirement? My opinion for the minimum requirements for going on the Rubicon trip, I'd say. So let me tell you, when we went, we were on 35s and we had lockers front and rear. Mm-hmm. I'd say 35s and at least one locker, because when Jake went, he was also on 35s. He had one locker, and Jacob's Jeep did just fine. This thing was a different story because it was so tall and so skinny. It's like really wasn't built for that trail.
Well, one locker for what wheelbase though? Because he's got a shorter wheelbase.
No, not by much. He's almost right at a Cherokee's wheelbase. So I'd say 35s, at least one locker, and a winch.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think with that, a rig could definitely do the Rubicon. You'd have some challenging spots, but I mean that's what makes it fun.
And places to winch too, because.
Front and rear recovery points, definitely a good one. Protection, that's a good one. When we went, we didn't have any rock sliders, and that is why this thing has. That's why this thing has so much door damage, and it had a lot of damage to the rockers. That is from the Rubicon trip, so I definitely say rock sliders.
Some sort of undercarriage.
Yeah, I'd say at least a transfer case skid, and we didn't have one, but a gas tank skid, so you don't get into a weird situation where all your fuel is on the ground. That would be really bad. All that, yeah. I think you'd do pretty good if you had all that stuff. You could probably do it on I think the smallest tire that's going to be in our current group going, I think is a 35s. I think someone with a 33 was thinking about going, and I think that's doable, but it would be tough. I think it would be challenging.
Some of those rocks are
yeah, they're big.
I don't
know. I think I missed something.
No, I don't think
no, I didn't. Yeah, I definitely want to do that Drummond Island. That's sweet. All right, let's talk about these other trips. This is kind of one that I just want to. I hope we can do it. Is going back to Arizona.
What part?
I'd like to go to very southern Arizona and kind of work our way up, because we've done a few like we've done Sedona, we've done around the Grand Canyon, Flagstaff, a bunch of trails around there. I want to go really south and kind of work our way up, see what we can.
Maybe go near.
Oh, I definitely want to do that. Yeah. Oh, are you from Arizona? That's sweet. Such a cool state. I love Arizona.
Yeah, somebody asked me the other day what my favorite state was. That was my answer.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, there's a lot of people I want to go hang out with in Arizona too. Oh, one of Crown King. I want to do back way to Crown King eventually. We went to Crown King, but we didn't take the trail. I definitely want to do that eventually. That is a really cool area. So Arizona, another one I want to go back to.
Sand Hollow.
Yep, Sand Hollow.
Yeah. Sand Hollow is fun for everyone, not just You can do a lot
yeah.
more than off-road.
I was hoping we're going to have a boat for San Hollow this year, but it's not going to happen. Now that we got that truck, it's not going to happen. Right next to you in Prescott. Oh, yeah, sweet. We haven't actually been to
Overland said he's in Arizona.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, for sure. I actually haven't been to we haven't been to Prescott yet. It looks like a really cool area.
Yeah, I can't remember.
That's like
I
I
think so.
think above like where Crown King is technically.
Yeah, another one.
Yeah, snow wheeling. We absolutely love snow wheeling. That is like one of the biggest reasons I built this was so I can actually push some snow more than like a foot. Because 35s are only good until, I don't know, depends on the snow, but like a foot or something.
Mm-hmm.
It depends. Don't come at me for that. Just saying that. But yeah, I can't wait. That's one of my next trips I want to go on is for next year. I want to go back up to like Washington State and do some like legit snow wheeling in this thing. I think that would be freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So I want to plow some snow with this. It'd be a lot of fun. A trip that is definitely happening is the Midwest trip.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take this thing. I don't know if we're going to drive it or probably tow it, which we have the trailer, but I definitely later this year in like the fall, I have down here October, but I don't know. It depends. I want to take a trip. I got a few people I want to hang out with, go camping with, do some trails with down in like the Missouri area. Definitely want to make that happen.
Yeah.
It's really not snow camping too. Yep. Yeah. I love snow camping. Didn't get to do it. Yeah. Ash don't like it.
It's too cold. Especially with the dogs. It's just too hard with the dogs. Maybe if I was by myself or like if it was just us. I'm not by myself. If it was just us and the dogs weren't there. Just taking care of 4 dogs when with the snow is too much. And Tizzy too she can't handle the snow. She's like toothpicks. She's made of toothpicks.
Yeah. That's Tizzy is our Chihuahua for anyone who doesn't know. We got a Chihuahua.
Yeah.
That's actually
Beagles and Chihuahua.
We should mention that. We went out, for the past 2 years, we did our annual Christmas tree run is what we call it. And we filmed it and we put it on YouTube. Tizzy Sequoia. We did a Christmas tree run where we go out into the mountains in Colorado and we usually a different area every year too.
Yeah.
And we go find a Christmas tree, then we go camping.
It is perfectly legal if you get a permit.
Yes, it is legal. This year, that trip didn't do so well, and we didn't end up filming it. I don't know. 4 dogs, like Ash said, 4 dogs is a lot, especially when snow camping. So we'll leave it at that. You want to talk about that one? That's just like not anything to do with the Jeep.
Oh, okay. I was saying, well, that's multiple of them. We have a few trips without the Jeep.
Yeah, we don't.
Are we driving there with the Jeep?
No.
Oh. Well, no, we just personally together have a few trips that we're going back out to the East Coast, flying there because we have a few weddings that we are attending. So that.
Well, and we're going there probably next December. But that's
and we'll plan on driving the truck out there for Christmas next year.
Yeah. I think the next. So we got that truck to tow the Jeeps because that was a big concern I had, especially for Rubicon, was this Jeep did not do good. I mean, it was on 35s and had 48s, which is geared pretty well for that tire size, in my opinion. It didn't do that good on the highway going to Rubicon in 2023.
It's just slow.
It's a dog. Any collab goals? Sorry, guys, I stopped talking mid to read that. Any collab goals? I mean, there's definitely a lot of smaller channels, like people I talk to a lot that on Instagram and YouTube that I'd like to collab with, and then bigger collab goals. I don't know.
I mean, one of your goals is with the next build to do a lot of collaborations with companies to try to, lessen the financial burden of a giant build.
We can talk about that. But collab goal, I think this question is specifically probably towards YouTubers.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I think that would be really awesome. But as of right now, I'm just going to do my own thing, I guess, and grow the channel the best I can. Maybe at Rubicon. Yeah, that'd be cool. That's
nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that is literally something I've never thought about.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I mean, I feel like every time if anybody were to offer to you, you wouldn't be opposed to it.
Yeah,
you just
for sure.
have been so engrossed with building this right now.
Yeah. What was I talking about? Oh, this thing going to Rubicon. Yeah, so this thing was an absolute dog on the highway, especially once you hit like a tiny hill, like it's game over.
Yeah, it's also a Cherokee, so it's prone to overheating.
Yeah, I mean, and it's funny because this Jeep before we took it apart, and my red Jeep, basically the same Jeep, 35s, 48s, except my red Jeep's a manual, and that thing does amazing on the highway. It's just the automatic makes this thing a dog. So that was a big concern of mine on going to the Rubicon in 2025 was this thing is a lot heavier now, and I really didn't think it was going to make the trip. So that's one of the reasons we got that truck. And our next thing is once this Jeep is done, then I'm going to start looking for a trailer so the truck can tow the Resurrection Cherokee and my brother's Jeep to the Rubicon. Mm-hmm. So it's going to have to be a pretty big trailer.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Do you have anything else?
Yeah. 40 minutes. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I think you brought up a good point on the next build I do once the Resurrection Cherokee is all taken care of. Yeah, truck is business up front and Jeep is the party back. Yeah, for real. I feel like I always was big on driving the Jeep to the trail, and I feel like I feel like I turned my back on some of y'all, but now I'm going to be trailering it. But
well, it's not like it's not capable. It's just not practical.
Yeah, like it depends. It just depends on the trip. Like the Rubicon, something really could go wrong at Rubicon, and where the trailer would be very nice to have.
Yeah,
but
that was
the Midwest trip. Maybe we'll drive it. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It's flat over there.
You're gonna piss off some people.
It's the mountains that kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, for the next build, whenever that is, I would like to probably get something and then try to get as many sponsors as possible to offset the cost of the build. Right? Is that a good way of putting it?
Yeah.
Because with the Resurrection Cherokee, when I started this, I didn't have intentions of having sponsors. Basically,
No.
We've had a few companies, really great companies, have reached out to us and definitely offset the cost of this significantly. So that's really cool. So I definitely, for the next build, I'd like to hopefully make that happen like on a bigger scale. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Don't try. The Jeep is too capable now. Yeah. I'd like to. I think the thing that's going to slow this thing down, literally on the road, is that engine, that 4.0 and that automatic. I would.
A lot of weight for it to pull.
This thing is so heavy, and I definitely. You look at some of the stuff under here; it's definitely overbuilt. I mean, it's just a lot of 1/4-inch metal added to this Jeep. So I think eventually I'd like to swap the engine out. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we're gonna have the trailer, so I mean, it takes care of it for a while. But a new engine would be sweet. We'll see. What power plant? I would like to go diesel. I don't think I want to put an LS in this Jeep. I'd like to go diesel. That would be cool. 4.6 stroker would be cool. For this build, I want to go diesel. I don't know if I want to go TDI. I really have been looking at those R2.8s, the Cummins, those brand new ones in the box. I think those would be really, really cool. Just really, really expensive. Yeah, TDI would be super cool.
You have talked about that before.
A TDI?
Yeah, usable LS and TDI.
Yeah, I've wanted one of those. Yeah, stroker, yep. I think a stroker and something would be super cool. I just think for this build in particular, I don't want to. Diesel videos are pretty sweet to watch. Or the Mercedes-Benz diesel. That would be freaking awesome.
It's a lot of acronyms.
Yeah. Do you know what you're reading?
No.
OM617, yeah. That's like the Mercedes-Benz diesel.
Oh, Mercedes.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Yeah, we'll see. The R2.8 is just really expensive, but I think before we do that, I'd like to start another build and build something else before we do anything more to the Resurrection Cherokee.
Resurrection Cherokee.
Oh, I don't even want to go there. I want to drive this thing for a very long time before we do anything to it.
So you said last time.
I guess we did drive it for a while.
3 years.
3, yeah, I guess that's not too long. 4BT. 4BT would be sweet. I thought about doing a 12 valve. I think we would definitely be able to get it, not in this Jeep, maybe something else. I don't want to put a 12 valve in this. We could probably get it to fit in something else.
There's no room in that one.
Oh, I think we could get it to work, but it's just super, what is the word? Inconvenient? I don't know. It's just super heavy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you ever do a rebuild to sell? Yeah, that's kind of, yeah, they're like 800 pounds. Yeah. I think it would just more or less be funny to have a huge 12 valve in there. Full size build next. Yeah, a full size build. That would be my truck. I've got a 98 Chevy that's solid axle swapped in the front. It's got a 60 in the front, 14 bolt in the rear. That truck has definitely seen better days. I could definitely do like a build to that. I mean, we just talked about I'm not going to do that though.
That's what I'm saying.
It just looks bad because it's from New England. When we got to Colorado, we put a bunch of clean body panels on it, so it's about 100 different colors. So, I mean, maybe eventually we'll paint that. We'll do some work to the axles. That would be a cool series, I think.
It just needs a little TLC.
Yeah, to be a good daily again too.
Would you resell?
Yeah, that's
those?
right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep skipping around all these questions. Would you ever do a rebuild to sell? And that's kind of what I'm thinking about next build. I mean, that like the Comanche we were talking about, I think that would be a sweet thing to build, get sponsors to offset the costs, and then wheel it, show its capability, make a whole build series on it for YouTube, and then eventually sell it. I mean, I don't think there's any reason, for me to have basically so many Cherokees and Comanches. I don't see a reason.
I don't think so. Plus, we don't have the room.
Yeah, a pretty big driveway, but it backs up quick.
Yeah, but every person here has 2 vehicles.
2 or more, yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be really cool. Let's start looking for Comanches.
Mm-hmm. Project X-Ray. Got one.
Yeah, that's right. Wrangler build. I'd love to do a Wrangler build. So that's kind of like the 3 things I was thinking about was Comanche, 2-door Chero, which is pretty far down the list.
Yeah.
I'd like to build one day, but I don't think that's going to be the next one. Or a YJ maybe. I don't know if I want to do a TJ. A YJ or like even older than that, like an old Willys. That'd be cool. Yeah, you're right, Project X-Ray. Only if it's an LJ. I would love to build a super clean LJ. That'd be
well,
really
I mean,
nice.
Even if you got a Wrangler, you're going to stretch it no matter what. So it's basically,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be building one anytime soon, but a crew Manchi would be sweet.
You say that.
I've talked about that for years, but
he has.
I don't think I want to do that next. Yeah. If anyone's got any questions, let us know, because I think we are reaching the end of my list I got here.
You did? Oh, not that one.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about that. Oh, I want to mention maybe for someone, the people who have just come on or something, next video that comes out, which should be in January at some point. I'm not too sure. I'm waiting on a few things. I got to finish what I'm doing on the Cherokee right now. We're going to be having, when that video drops, we're going to be having a limited merch run, a super limited merch run. So when that video drops, you can go to our website and order that limited merch if you'd like. So we got some cool stuff.
It's pretty cool.
I think it's pretty sweet. So I'm not going to say what it is. I'm not going to say how many there are, but I think they'll probably go quick, and it should be pretty sweet. So I'll let y'all know when that video is going to drop before it drops. So just wanted to say that again. I think some people would be interested in this next thing. I had a few people ask me if I would ever do like a Patreon. And a Patreon, for those of you who don't know, it's like, I don't know, how would you describe it?
It's basically you donate a small amount of money to get extra content from a channel or creator. Creator is a good way to put it. Yeah. And then what that extra content is up to the creator. Yeah.
So I had a few people ask me that. I don't know if I'm at that point or if that's something I even want to do, because I like connecting with everyone on Instagram and in the YouTube comments. I just feel super weird making people pay for stuff. That is so weird to me. Yeah. But I'm sure if the time ever comes, it's down the road. But I don't think that is something I'm going to think about right now. Plus, I'm doing.
You don't have time to make extra content.
Plus, I'm putting out a video once a month. Like, I wish I could do more just on YouTube. So I'm not going to think about that right now. But I'm sure as few people. I wanted to mention that just because I think a few people were curious. Future rear steer buggy build. Yeah, that'd be so sick. Could make that out of a Comanche too.
I mean, you've had other ideas for builds that are completely out of left field, like very old vehicles. I don't know if you want to talk about that one, but
oh no, let's keep that one under wraps. Where can we send donations? Nowhere. Most impressive Jeep rebuild besides your own you've ever seen in person? Oh, most impressive build. I've got two that come to mind. Probably two of my favorite builds of all time is probably, some of you all probably know, is the LS Mail Jeep. It's like an old DJ, Jeep DJ.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
That's like the grill that we got.
Yeah, I don't know.
And he has an LS in it and whatnot, and it doesn't exist anymore. He took it apart. But that was one of my favorite Jeeps out there. And then the other one is probably the Crew Manchi build from, what's his name? He's on Instagram. Hazards build, yeah. Yeah, that's literally the one I'm talking about right now. That is probably the cleanest Crew Manchi out there. That thing is sweet. I've never seen it in person though. A few other really cool builds that I like is probably all of the Peck Brothers LJs, their TJs, their JKs.
Mini truck.
Yeah, that's cool. But they're Wrangler specific. They do that is on 43s and they keep it super low. That is, I'd love to do something like that eventually. Did I miss something here? No. Well, future rear steer buggy build, I didn't really go into. That is something I would definitely love to do. I think that's more of a long-term project that I could film here for YouTube. Maybe at the same time when I'm building the next rig. I don't know, something like that.
Well, you have an advantage to doing that because you have the CNC.
Yeah.
Whereas
for sure.
I feel like if you didn't, doing that would be kind of difficult.
Yeah, I definitely want something like specific to rock crawling. I mean, this thing is pretty specific to that, but I want something that lives on the trailer in my driveway, and then we can take it to the trail.
Yeah.
Anything else I was gonna say about that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is something I've thought about though. Custom fabrication. Oh, that's a good point. Custom fabrication in the future. I think eventually I would like to start working on other people's stuff. I think there's a few more things I need to get in the shop and kind of make it a little more efficient in here, like I've been doing.
Yeah.
But I think that is something in my future I'd like to do. Yeah, super low center of gravity build out of a Comanche with rear steer that would be literally insane. We can make a whole rear frame section all custom. That would be crazy. But then that's the problem is the next build I want to kind of build it in a shorter amount of time and then probably sell it.
Say that, but you are a perfectionist.
Well, that something like that though, I wouldn't want to get rid of.
No matter what you build, you're not going to want to get rid of it.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. Thanks, guys. I'm thinking about all of these freaking builds now. I can't even finish one.
This isn't anything new.
Yeah.
Every day I'm saying you come to me and you give me a new idea. So.
Yeah. So, yeah. Any questions, guys? I think we're just about done here. Super cool. Thank you for everyone for tuning in. This is really awesome. I was gonna ask, what is everyone? You know what? This is a good question. Anyone who watches my most recent videos from 2024 or whatever, or maybe all time, is there a video that sticks out to you that maybe you would really enjoyed, or when you think of Backcountry Beagles, you think of that video specifically? Curious on what people say about that. Give me some of that.
Come on, hey.
But drone footage, yeah. I'd like to get a nicer drone eventually. This is pretty nice, but
you kill me.
Those 40s, yeah. These 40s look like 40s are freaking massive. The jump from 37s to 40s is like actually pretty crazy.
I don't know how I'm gonna get in this thing.
Yeah,
those 40s go up to like, like pretty far.
Yeah,
they're huge.
I remember when we got them last year, and
and
I was like,
every
"What
time,
the heck are we doing?"
When you got your 37s, when you got your 40s, I always somehow am the one that has to come home when they're being delivered, and I'm the one that brings them inside the garage. These things are massive, but I'm strong enough. Don't you worry.
A good talk point. Next in 2025, you can definitely expect Resurrection Cherokee series stuff, but you can definitely expect more trail content, camping content, like that sort of thing.
I think it'll end up being more like, if you want to like compare it to something, is kind of like how Dirt Lifestyle does it, where it's like a mix of trail and shop content.
Honestly, I'd like to build one weekend, go camping the next week, and just do that all year and get videos out. I think that would be really cool.
You could get 2 of those. I'm not sure which one.
Yeah, the Christmas tree run videos. Unfortunately, we didn't have one from this year. We did go on a Christmas tree run, but we didn't make a video. All videos are very informative. Thank you. Yeah, I'm hoping to make more camping content. I literally did not make one this year.
Yeah, we camped. The only time we camped was when we did the Christmas tree run. It was.
Oh, I camped sometimes too.
You did.
I went on a few trips. We ran Holy Cross this year, along with some other passes down near Leadville. We didn't film any of that though. We did that in the red Jeep.
Yeah, Ron's been kind of having the dogs take turns who goes with him on camping trips when I take care of the rest of them. Don't get me wrong, I love camping, but I think when it's combined with extreme crazy off-roading, I think I'm more of an overlander. Yeah,
I think you guys can definitely expect, once we finish this thing's going to go on probably a crazy trail in Moab, but we'll also be doing some, we're going to take it out, probably same thing, Moab in the desert, and just do some overlanding. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, that's the type of camping I like.
You drive on the dunes near Alamosa. Is that Great Sand Dunes, you mean?
That's Alamosa, yeah, right down there. Yep. You can't drive on the dunes in Great Sand Dunes National Park. I don't know if there's any other sand dunes in the vicinity that you can drive on. Yeah, but you can. There is a trail like the back way into Great Sand Dunes where. Oh yeah, but there's no dunes. There's no dunes, but it is still pretty nice. We camped over there. Keep spitting knowledge, Ron. Thanks. Trail videos like Dirt Lifestyle, where he goes in depth about the trip, including the used gear. Yeah, I think that'd be fun. I really just want to go out into the backcountry, film a nice video, show you all my nice gear on some videos, and then do some crazy rock crawling too. That's my plans for this year. Yeah. What trail? Tell me, guys, what trail do you guys want to see me take this on? Probably in Moab, because we're so close to Moab. What trail first, I'd say? Hell's Revenge, because it will be your 8th time on it. And I think the progression between all the different times, or how this Jeep has just become bigger and bigger and bigger, I think it's like almost like a rite of passage. It needs to go on Hell's Revenge. Hell's Revenge is definitely not the toughest trail in Moab by any means, but it is my favorite because for someone who hasn't been to Moab, when you think of Moab and the slick rock and stuff, you're thinking of Hell's Revenge. And Die Trying. Yeah. We should go do that, dude. I don't like the name of that one. Die Trying. I'm busy that weekend. Yeah. I think we'll be taking on Hell's Revenge. This Jeep has been on Hell's Revenge like half a dozen times. It's never been up Hell's Gate, so that is definitely something we'll be doing with it. Yeah. I don't want to keep everyone for too long. I mean, we're literally almost at an hour. That's crazy. Thank you. If anyone's got any questions, throw them in there before we end this. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. Definitely expect a video hopefully by the end of the month. I'm going to try to get this thing running by the end of the weekend. So you will. We're pretty close. I'm going to throw the transmission in the transfer case. Yeah, just throw it in. Like it's easy. Yeah, sweet. I'm going to hit an hour. Then we'll go. Wait 15 seconds. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Yeah. Really awesome. I feel like I was here for moral support. Yeah.
I couldn't sit here and talk to myself. It'd be a little weird. Yeah, for sure, dude. I'll throw you an email. I'll find it somehow. All right, thank you guys. We're out of here. I'll see you. Thank you.
You have to click in. There you go.